Hey guys, it's your boy Vexed again, and we are back here with race 2 from League 1 of the Ultimate Racing League's Btcc replica championship. 2 C's, not 3. So obviously we had the sprint race, didn't we? So this grid is formed by the previous race results, so obviously the sprint results. Toby, he was the victor, so he lines up on pole again. We have Wadru in second place, Incy is there in third, Grasshopper is fourth, Love Rocket fifth, Ice Chan sixth, Admin is in 7th, Jerry Smiles is 8th, Chuck is 9th, Paul is 10th, Molson 11th, Moz is in 12th, Wenny G is 13th, Thomas 14th, and we have a wild Conrad. He's managed to make it here for the second race. He's there in 15th. So without further ado, shall we get into it? Come on, let's get into it. The klaxon sounded, the lights are out, they're off. Ice Chan, he's having a look up the inside already. Early move. He's managed to get it done on Love Rocket. He's up to 5th place. We got Wadru looking for the move on Toby. He's trying to look up the inside. We got Incy there as well. Oh, it looked like it was almost going to go free wide in the background, though. Jesus. So we had Incy, Grasshopper Chand and Jerry Smiles, I think it was, all side by side into turn 1. As Wadru glances off the back of Toby's bumper there. He was a little bit too close for comfort, wasn't he? I think Toby was probably a bit conscious of that as well. And we had somebody going really slow on the inside. There's like somebody backing out there. We're going to have a look, aren't we? So Ice Chan now looking for the move on Incy. Ice Chan is already up to 4th place. He's looking to take that 3rd place away from Incy. He's having a decent one at the moment, isn't he? So he's there in 4th place. We've got Love Rocket in 5th. Jerry Smiles having a look up the inside in 6th. Oh no, Jerry's off. He's into the gravel. He might have gone to go and get a quick burger. So Paul is there in 6th place. He's managed to take that place away from Grasshopper. Grasshopper dropping to 7th now. Jerry Smiles, he rejoins in 8th place. We got Moz behind him in 9th. Wayne G is there in 10th. Conrad up to 11th. Molson is there, 12th. Molson, he goes for a late move, but he manages to get it done. Has he managed to keep it on the track? He has. That was a fantastic move there from Molson. Very ballsy. Oh, and Thomas with a late lunge. He's had to back right out of that, hasn't he? He's pulled right over to the inside, almost going into the barrier there. It's almost 4 wide as they come down the start finish. This is getting crazy now, this race. There is definitely 3 wide there, isn't it? Molson heading up the pack. He's got Chuck behind him, followed by Thomas and Conrad. Oh, Chuck going into the back of Molson there. That's not going to help him. Thomas has managed to get through on Conrad, has he? No, so Conrad, he's fallen down to 13th place again. We've got Thomas dead last. This fight is really starting to heat up here though, isn't it? Some massive squabbles going on. Chuck trying to find his way past Molson. Molson's having none of it. Then we've got Moz and Wayne G also having shenanigans up ahead. Looks like Molson wants a bit of that as well. Wayne G going a long way round. Has he got it done? No, Moz has kept the inside. He's still 9th place currently. No, he's dropped behind, has he? No, he's still ahead. Oh no, Wayne G! Wayne G, oh, it looked like Wayne G had a massive moment. He's managed to save it. That was an incredible save there, Wayne G. I thought he was surely off into the gravel. So we will go back on board with a race leader, which is Toby. As they come up to the end of lap 2, they're going to be starting lap 3. So Wadru still not managing to find his way past yet. Everybody is going to be running mediums in this race. Can Wadru find more pace on the mediums? We'll have to wait and see. So we've got Toby followed by Wadru, and then Incy some way behind Wadru now. He's a good 2 to 3 seconds behind, maybe a bit more. It may even be more like 4.5, 5 at this rate, at this point right now. Chand, he fancied 3rd place, didn't he? But he's dropped a little bit off the back of Incy now. And it does actually look like Wadru starting to try and challenge Toby for the lead. He hasn't managed to get past him yet though, has he? So Love Rocket is still there in 5th place. There's a little bit of a gap now to Chand. But this is the first of our 2 20-minute races. Of an endurance format, obviously it isn't, I wouldn't class 20 minutes as being an endurance, but It's a longer race than the 10 minutes, and it's obviously higher tyre wear, higher fuel consumption. So Paul is there in 6th still. He's managed to stay ahead of DJ. Oh, as he has a big moment on the exit of the final turn. He's managed to hold it, but it does look like it's given DJ a bit of an advantage there. He lost some of his momentum, didn't he, to Paul? It looked like DJ had closed up, but he's dropped off again. Jerry is there in 8th place. Actually putting in a fastest first sector, so maybe Jerry's finding his feet on the mediums. I don't think we've got actually any notable battles at the moment. So we had Moz behind Jerry in 9th place. We've got Mawson here in 10th, so he's still being hounded by Chuck, possibly. Well, actually, they're not really close enough to be going for a move, is he, is Chuck? So still putting the pressure on, but Mawson's probably not too fussed at the moment. Just trying to keep his head down and keep it clean. Keep the lap clean. So Admin is down in 12th place. He must have had a shocking start. He started further up the grid, didn't he? I'm sure. Conrad, quite a gap now between him and Admin, so all the way down in 13th, and not looking like, as he has a massive moment there. That was a great save there from Conrad. Not looking like he's going to be able to try and get onto the back of the pack, but you never know. If he starts putting in them purple laps, he needs to match Incy's 122.9 at least, I would say, and he's currently doing 125s. Wayne G is a fair bit off the pace there as well, isn't he? In fact, no, he's actually gone faster. That's his personal best. He's done a 124.3. Obviously, Incy, the fastest guy on track at the moment, for 122.9. So only a second and a half in it, or a couple of seconds at the most. And Thomas has had another mare, hasn't he? He's all the way down in 15th. I think he's probably just want to write this one off now. He's just trying to make it home and get to the 3rd race. He will be on pole, it looks like at the moment, for the 3rd race. So back on board with a fight for 1st place. The fight at the front. Which is a little bit less now of a fight than it was a couple of laps ago. Toby stealing the fastest lap there of a 122.665. Wadru not too far behind him, and you can tell that obviously he is about the same pace as Toby because he hasn't dropped too far off the back of him. His respective time was a 122.707, so that's Wadru's personal best. So there's only 100th in it. One hundredth of a second. Very respectable laps from these guys around here. Wadru looking a little bit out of shape for that last turn. It doesn't seem to have stopped him too much, does it? Or it's not hindered him too much as he actually starts closing up through the corkscrew. Toby looking like he's had a moment. Has Wadru has he got the opportunity to make a move? It's looking like he might have. Although it does look like Toby maybe regained control again and trying to control the race still. As we slowly approach the halfway mark. And actually it looks like Incy may be closing that gap to Wadru, so maybe with them two squabbling for position up ahead, that's going to give Incy the opportunity to make it a three-way battle for 1st place. Incy putting in a purple sector there. And we've actually got Admin. Admin's taking the fastest lap currently of a 122.578. So are we going to see any 121s tonight? I think we may have done possibly on the softs. Oh no, Incy's had a moment. He's dropped it. He's dropped the ball. He's managed to keep it going, but how far behind is Ice Chand? He's trying to weave and get that dirt off his tyres as quickly as he can. And Ice Chand not too far behind him now. Ice Chand in the baby blue High Times live read AMG GT3. And he has, look, that gap has definitely closed now, hasn't it? So maybe Ice Chand with, oh, as he has a massive squirm on the exit of the final turn. Maybe having to go defensive now. I thought he might have had an opportunity to go for a move on Incy up ahead, maybe take that third place away from him, get on the podium, but looking like he's possibly suffering with a little bit of tyre wear as well. You can see the tyre deg indicator on the left, bottom left hand side there next to the fuel indicator. Although actually, if you look at the graphic between his and Love Rocket's, it looks like Love Rocket's used more. Love Rocket obviously in the Volkswagen Beetle GT3. Sponsored by Karsha. And if it's your first time joining, we are the Ultimate Racing League and we are sponsored by Hambridge Transport Limited for your logistic needs and upshift.co.uk. So Grasshopper some way off the back of Chand now. Although it looks like somebody's dead up ahead. No, Chand! Chand, he's into the barrier. That's given the place away to Grasshopper. Grasshopper up to 5th place. Chand dropping down the order now. Paul is up to 6th. Moz is there in 7th. Jerry, 8th. He likes that 8th place to Jerry. Chuck managing to go the long way round. He's gone round the outside of Chand. Chand trying to come back, but don't think there's anything he can do there. And Admin waiting in the wings as well. Admin's 11th place, looking to try and break into that top 10. He wants to try and make some more positions up, but he's got plenty of time to do so. Still no change in the top 3. Looking like Incy's actually closed the gap to Wadru now as well. It looks fairly equal, the gap at the front. So Ice Chand, he's dropped down to 10th now after that moment. He's dropped down 5 places. He was in 5th. That's unlucky, Chand. Admin's starting to pile the pressure on now as well. He did have the fastest lap, didn't he? But Toby's taking it away again with a 122.2. Everyone taking a wide sweeping line through that turn after the corkscrew, and again through this one, through the S's. So Wayne G all the way down in 12th place. I wonder if maybe some shenanigans have happened and perhaps they've swapped the cars around this week. Perhaps Wayne's driving the car of Jerry and Jerry is driving the car of Wayne G. But yes, I am talking absolute nonsense because they are, in fact, completely equal. There is no tuning in this race. This race is a bop race, so balance of power, no tuning. So the cars, obviously with different handling characteristics, but the balance of power kind of evens them up. Obviously there is still some that are fairly OP. but for the most part, they're fairly equal. Thomas all the way down in 15th, now getting lapped by Incy, so the top three have just passed him. And Incy was actually on the back of Wadru, wasn't he? So he must have had a moment somewhere, again. Perhaps struggling on the mediums. And it's looking like Toby might be on track to break into the sub 22s. I reckon we might see a high 21. He just put in a purple sector. We'll stay with him for the duration of this lap. Nearly 15 minutes in. We'll see at the 15-minute mark. We will have the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes left of the race. Obviously no pit stop in this race. I don't think we'll see a pit stop in the last race either. I think with the format of League One this season, we don't see any pit stops from the drivers. Obviously we have seen them, haven't we, throughout some of the other series, because we have 4 different leagues that race on a Sunday. Slightly varying formats between the leagues. So Toby's still firmly in first place, and he didn't quite break the 22, so he did a 1:22.004, very, very nearly into the 121s, which is pretty pacey on the mediums. Wadru maybe trying to cool his tyres down a little bit. It looks like he's backed off slightly. Maybe he's going to have another go later on in the closing stage of this race, of a final push lap. Love Rocket is up to 3rd place. It was Incy, wasn't it? But looking like Love Rocket might be on for a podium. Sure, Rodders will be grinning from ear to ear right now. He's having a cracking race, hasn't he? No pressure from Grasshopper behind him as well. All he's got to do is keep it consistent, keep on the grey stuff, and that will surely be a podium. And Grasshopper is actually up to 4th place. So well done Grasshopper, he's having a decent race at the moment in the second of the 2 Corvettes. His teammate currently in 2nd place. Then we've got Chuck and Ice Chan Ice Chan almost pushing Chuck along. He's going to try and go a long way round. He's looked over to the outside, Chuck covering the inside. I was thinking maybe Chuck might have moved over, given Ice the opportunity. He's got it there, he's got it there, he's got it over the inside, a little bit of contact. He's had to back out. Chan was absolutely licking it. I think this might be the closest battle at the moment. We will check in with the other guys as well before the end of the race. Actually, no, it looks like the gap has opened again, so Chuck with a bit of breathing space, but he's hit the gravel slightly. If he goes wide through this next one, let's hope he doesn't. That's nicely through there. So yeah, extending that gap to Chand again. Chand is going to have to pull something out, isn't he? He's going to have to pull something out of that bag. Currently 6th, but he looked like he was hungry for that 5th place. He was there for so long, wasn't he? Then he had a moment through the corkscrew and we saw him in the wall. It's unlucky Chand. But he's there, he's up to 6th place, so doing well at the moment. Paul is currently 7th. Can Paul make any more places up? At the moment, it's looking like he may have to go. Oh, he just saw a nice little flash of the lights there from Jerry. He's letting Paul know he's hungry. He's letting Paul know he's hunting him down. He's in the R8 as Jerry. He's having a bit of a better race in this second race, isn't he? In fact, no, I think he did equally as good in the first race. So just having an all-round decent round here tonight, isn't he, as Jerry Let's see what we can pull out of the bag in the third race as well. 19 minutes, so 1 minute left to go. We've got 60 seconds left of this race. Inti down in 9th place now. He was third for so long, wasn't he? Maybe the commentator's curse coming into play there. I do apologise, Inti. But yeah, he had a moment, didn't he? Well, he had a couple of moments, and I think the last one he had, he must have absolutely spun it, because, as I say, dropping down the order, he's down in 9th place now. That's 6 places lost. Moz is looking like he's quite hungry as well. Looking like he's got some pace still left in that VGT. Wenny G is up to 11th place. That is a place made up, but I think he'll still be kicking himself. Maybe not quite comfortable around Laguna Seca. So Admin, he's there in 12th. Mawson, 13th. Quite a gap now to Admin as well. I can only imagine he's had a moment somewhere. We must have missed it. Conrad, all the way down in 14th. So actually, in fact, we're going to have Wayne G finishes 11th place. Admin is 12th. Mawson will finish in 13th. Conrad will be 14th. Thomas is going to bring it home in 15th. And we'll go on board with the race leader. It is still Toby. He's led this race from start to finish. It's going to take a massive moment, isn't it, for Wadju to be able to get past him now, surely. I think he's going to make it 2 out of 3. Trying to extend that lead at the top of the leaderboard is Toby. There he goes. He takes the checkered flag. That's the second win for Toby. Wadju, 2nd place. Love Rocket. Go on, son. Give it up for Love Rocket, man. He's on the podium. That's a great race there for Rocket. Well done, Rodders. 3rd place. So Chuck and... Oh, Chuck's got past Grasshopper. Chuck's got past Grasshopper. Grasshopper can Chan do it as well. He's under pressure now, is Grasshopper. I don't think Chan's going to do it. So Chuck 4th place. Grasshopper 5th. Chan in 6th. Oh, that was unlucky. Grasshopper, he must have had a moment at the end there. Paul is 7th. Jerry is 8th. Incy's going to bring him in 9th place, and Moz is 10th. Wenny G 11th, Admin 12th, Mawson 13th, Conrad 14th, and Thomas in 15th. That was race 2, guys. I will see you for the next race. I've been your boy Vex. Good night.